Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome back to City Skylines. This will be episode 19. And, oh man, this place just. See, it's such a beautiful city, but, there is one problem. And, yeah, you already guessed it. Yep. Our entire city faced another plague. And, it's up to us to, figure out how to get our weekly income back up. Of course, it's like slowly gaining. Oh wait, no. Actually, it's going the opposite direction now. Of course, I'm not sure what to do entirely about that because we've already done what we really could about, all that sort of stuff, you know. So of course we got dead people just all around, mostly just abandoned buildings. Our population once again dipped down from the 70s, the 80s to literally like less than 20,000, and that is not good. So what we're gonna do is we're just doing yet another salvage, or well, cleaning, or well, salvage operation, I guess you could call it. Of course, we're just getting rid of all these buildings that, nobody wants around. Of course, these people are starting to be happy, the ones that aren't ungrateful. Of course, I mean, I don't like the fact that they're, not ungrateful, but at least, they stayed in the city and they're willing to make the city great again. Of course, oh, I just deleted somebody, so that's one less person that's gonna make our city great again. Just instead of taking out that entire building, which of course we had to do anyway. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't know what the problem is here. Too few services. Oh, okay. Not entirely sure what we can even do about that. I mean, we can't really add any services right now because of our unfortunate, disaster hitting us again, once again. Of course, I know I'm not that great at this game. I'm trying to figure out what could have possibly caused this whole thing to just kind of disappear in the blink of an eye. Of course, I should probably work on our weekly income. Let's pause it a minute. Budget. Let's kind of lower some things here, and let's lower the bus. Let's lower the buses a little bit more, and then of course airplanes. We're gonna do a little bit less on. Education, definitely. Unfortunately, that's what we're gonna have to do. Of course, nobody likes it, but of course it just has to happen. 45,000, 44,000. Of course, people are probably gonna cry and complain and, bitch and moan that they're getting sick, but that's on them. They don't want to, go to the nearest hospital. And usually, and because of where we're at in our city, I literally have a hospital like every other fucking block. Like, oh, whoops. Anyway, got all these people. Oh, reject. We're back to that. Of course, we got people kind of jumping out in front of other cars. They're trying to get out of the city. They just, they're like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Of course, I think what we should do here, if I can build a road, I wish I could build a road. Have one, not even make this just a one lane. I wish I could make this I wish I could make this two-way, so that way I can add like a little off-ramp here, go from the what is this, the Orchard Highway into the city. So that way people don't have to come through there and, just block up traffic. Actually, they seem to be doing okay. They don't really seem to be blocking up traffic. It seems to be pretty stable. a lot better than what we were dealing with before. Of course, nothing seems to be working. Let's see, about 13% taxes for some of these people. Let's see, about 13, 13, 13, and 13. Nope. Whoops, I put 14. 13, and then for high dense res, we're going to do 13. So, okay. Seems like we're slowly but surely gaining people. It does seem like we dropped in population like a lot. From 19 to 13, and that is just not what I wanted to see. That is really just not what I wanted to see. It's really sad that, you know, everybody wanted to move out because I guess there's a no blunts policy of some sort. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to undo that. Uh-oh. Well, looks like Forest Street is, looks like I accidentally just fucked it all up. So, it's fine though. I think they'll be okay. They'll be okay. Since there's not that many people left in the city, you know, really, it's not even a big city anymore. It's not even a megalodon or whatever it is, megalodon that they're trying to call it. Here we go. We're just getting rid of this whole neighborhood. Whoops, accidentally kicked some people out because fuck them. Low land value. Okay, so that's for the spring residence. We're just gonna get rid of some of these buildings along this main road here, this main area. Ah, damn it. That was not a good call. Of course, we're just getting rid of some more houses. 43. Man, we're already accumulating even more debt, and a lot of it faster. Of course, I can't fix this. I just don't know what they want me to say. You know, I mean, they're the ones who. Oh, this is taxes are too high at the Aspen residence. So we're gonna come over here, high density. So 12. They happy with that? Yep, 12. Okay, so it doesn't seem like anybody else is complaining. Oh my god, except for the fucking bank. They want to sit there and say, oh, yeah. Well, we need our money. Well, we want you to take our money. So yeah, I don't even fucking know. Anyway. Got ourselves a ship-looking ass building. Man. A failing city in 2043. Man, that's... Oh, man. You'd think that as long as they'd put some ads, you know, just alongside the buildings like they do in New York City, Times Square, man, they would just, you know, they would profit. I mean, they should be able to profit. Because that's just how it is, I guess. Because once you put ads on this, that, and everything else, you know, you're golden. I mean, these people, they probably sat there complaining about healthcare, yet they're literally right next to it. Of course, let's see here. I'm still baffled by the fact that I'm so stupid at deleting some of these places, and that freaking road. I'm an idiot. Anyway, we'll get all that fixed, especially that other road. I'm still just baffled that, you know, I can somehow manage to lose a population that big. Just a whole line of people, just that quick. A whole, you know, 70,000 people population. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. I'm going to have to, you know, go back to my last video and start to really check things out, you know? Because it just doesn't make sense. You know, everybody, you know, you would think that, you know, with medical care at every corner, you know, everything pretty much maxed out, in terms of services and benefits, water and power, everything, you know, that they would be happy. The city was growing, and then, of course, I do shit like that, where I accidentally kick people out. It's ridiculous. It makes me wonder what the hell is going through these people's heads. You know, are they that ungrateful? Like, are they really, really ungrateful? And I mean, if they... I don't get it. I mean, Ungrateville is like everything, you know? This is a beautiful city, and I'm basically just... I'm an idiot. I'm wiping everybody out, even the people that want to stay. I'm just saying, nope. Even that guy. It really sucks. It really, really sucks. But, looks like we're regaining our population. We're in $1.6 million, $1.6 million worth of debt. And I keep deleting people for no fucking reason. Alright, so let's just get everybody out of here. And it's thundering because the sky ain't happy that I mean, the sky kind of agrees with me, you know. The sky's pretty goddamn pissed that basically our entire population just disappeared. They're like, yeah, the sky's up there. He's like, what the fuck happened? Why is you people leaving? Why is you leaving? You better stay. And then, you know, of course, while they leave, they sit there and do the Thunder Buddy thing, and they're like, fuck you, Rain. And, they kind of sing it and shit, and until, of course, lightning ends up hitting their car, and, you know, of course, they just end up blowing up. Even though, of course, I think the rubber on the wheels would absorb the electricity. I'm not entirely sure if that's even true, but... Of course, you know, the lightning's gonna hit them, they're gonna be screaming, fuck you, Rain, and of course, the rain's gonna either the rain's going to cause them to hydroplane off the fucking road, or they're gonna go and the whole car is just gonna explode because lightning hits it and just jumps that battery so badly that it kind of serves as a supercharged Lamborghini or some shit. Okay, so we're pretty much clear here. Oh, get rid of that little guy because he was like, he was basically shouting "fuck you, Rain" in his abandoned building. Everybody's shouting "fuck you, Rain," and now the rain is gone. Okay, so let's see what we can get done here. Of course, I thought I saw somebody upgrading. I'm an idiot. And of course, in the last video, I'm pretty sure I was looking for the mall, and I put I think a medical center. Yeah, I put a medical center right here, and I was like looking around here. I didn't even pay attention to the mall up here. Mall of Ungratefulness. Kind of like the Mall of America, but you know, for ungrateful people. Of course, I wasn't even looking. I guess it kind of blended in a little bit, almost as if it was like a bunch of houses or whatever. Yeah, I am that stupid. And I was like looking over here, then I started kind of like looking over here and down here, all the way down here until I was like, wait, this is a base entrance. This is definitely not here. Oh no. Looks like Drug Street got abandoned. Looks like all these beautiful, beautiful buildings on Drug Street. They're no longer selling blunts, unfortunately. I wish I knew what to say. And of course, even due to the lack of funds in our city, the yakisoba noodles, the tasty noodles, have been saved, and especially Go Nuts Donuts. They're always being they're a great company, and that's why they needed saving, because we're not gonna let Go Nuts Donuts or yakisoba noodles be driven to extinction in our city. Oh man. Just tearing apart Old Town is kind of hard for me because, you know, it just doesn't make sense, to be quite honest, you know? I mean, I'm sitting here trying to figure out still why this all happened. Like, I guess it was something I did wrong with budget, something I did wrong with services, something, you know. Of course, there's no telling what could have possibly caused it, except for that fucking bank thing that keeps popping up. Oh, take our fucking money. You know, like, I don't want to take your fucking money. I don't need your fucking money. You take your own fucking money. And, okay. So, we're just kind of cleaning up. Still kind of doing ourselves a little salvage operation. That's what op was short for. Because, you know, I'm too cool to say operation. Of course, oh man, even some of these high-rises, these beautiful, beautiful fucking high-rises are abandoned. That was perfect right there. That would have been the life of that city. But, hey, what do I know about city building, right? I just basically fucked up this entire city. So, might as well just get rid of most of the shit in here. Of course, some of these people, I can only imagine they're still just going to end up abandoning their buildings, abandoning their posts, under the sad, you know, unfortunate events that this city has, you know, has to face, because, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like anything's really going to fix this entire city. Besides, I don't know, I guess only time will tell with our city, you know? I wish I could do something to bring it all back. But it seems like we're starting to, we're back in the 2.2 million. For debt, of course, we're gonna, you know, try to make sure that, you know, that starts degrading. Looks like we're slowly but surely, you know. No? No? Okay. Alright, I thought that we were. Never mind. So let's go back into the budget panel. Let me see. Here. City policies. Taxation. How about a tax raise for everything? Tax raise. Let's do a tax raise for everything, but the low density. Tax relief for low density. Tax relief for low density, residential and commercial, and of course, tax raises are being put in place for offices, high density, residential, and commercial. Who should I call if no one shows up to pick up the dead? Well, I mean, you should probably do it yourself, you ungrateful bitch. Okay, so people are calling in, they're like, can you pick up this dead person? I'm just like, no, you do it the fuck yourself. I mean, people are trying their best, you know, everybody's trying. Of course. And I just did it again, whereas I deleted another street. Now it just looks like crap, of course. But that, like I said, guys, is going to get fixed. There's we have to fix up this city in general. Of course, we're still just kind of trying to raise the land value, even though I keep kicking everybody out. I'm trying to please those that I end up just killing anyway. You know, demolishing the building while they're tied to a chair on the top of the roof. Yeah, makes me think of of some video I watched where they tried killing a Toyota basically by putting it on top of a roof. Well, this was like an experiment. Of course, it was pretty interesting because Surprisingly, you know, they put this old like 80s Toyota on top of a roof of a building that was being demolished, and the building went down. Like, it really fucking just crumbled to the fucking ground. And of course, the Toyota itself, it only needed the battery tightened by like I think a normal, well, not a screw, but like a wrench or something, like a normal just wrench that I guess every car guy keeps around his house. And it did take like 10 seconds to turn over, but it did eventually go. Taxes are too high at the offices. Okay, so instead of 13, how about we make it 12? Okay, so these guys are happy with 12. So let's go here. Of course, seems like everybody's still doing... Okay, let's see what's going on here. Taxes are too high. We just lowered them, and everybody was happy. Oh my god. Okay, fine. 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 So we're gonna shut you guys down to 11. Okay, so you guys are happy. I better not see any more offices complaining about taxes. Oh my god. Oh, wait, this is high-density commercial. Okay. Okay. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I'm sorry. I kind of freaked out there. So, 12. Okay. So, taxes are too high for you now. I better not see it. I think I was sitting here crying and complaining. Let's see about raising them up back to 12. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. There's a tax raise. Come on, man. You gotta respect that. You have to respect that. I don't get it. And of course, for high density residential, let's see here. Citizens are sick. Let's see if we can toy around with the taxes a little bit. High density is going to go up to 13. Alright, now let's see about 14. Doesn't seem like they're complaining yet. 15. Nothing yet. 16. Okay, let's see here. Doesn't seem like they've even... Yeah, otherwise it would say multiple problems. Of course, I'm not sure what's going on here, but of course, we're gonna zone all this in so that way, you know, people can kind of come in here, complain about their office jobs, and smoke blunts on the roofs. Don't know why I said roofs, but here we go. We are getting some zoning done in here. It's kind of unnecessary at this point. Taxes are finally too high for these guys, so what we're going to do is we are going to take it down to 14. And that's too high for them, so 13. No, they don't like that. 12. Okay, fine. 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 So for low dense res, because I'm too cool to say low density residential, there's nobody we can really test it on except for maybe these guys, some of these guys over here. Gonna put them off to the side so I could see them. Let's see here. 14. Taxes too high. Let's see what 29. Nope. How you guys doing over here with 29% tax? You guys got a tax relief, and yet I'm charging you even more. Low density residential. You guys ain't even worried, are you? That's crazy. These guys don't even care that they're paying twice as much, almost twice as much, as everybody else. The Evergreen residents, and these guys, oh, taxes too high. The Applegate residents. Let's see here. 15. Let's see here. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. 16's the winner. Wait, is 17 it? Or... Nope, 16 is the winner. So they're paying pretty much more than what everybody else wants to pay. Daffodil Residence disagrees. They think that we should be paid, that we should be charging less. So let's see if we can go up to 15 without a problem. Yeah? Okay. Seems like we got nobody to complain about taxes. Or, well, there's nobody that's complaining about taxes. Of course, we're going to get rid of all those shops. The Robin residence, if you guys can remember from my my first or second episode, their dream is finally accomplished. These buildings are now destroyed and gone, except for this guy here. Oh man, I wonder where they are now. You know, it's like one of those "where are they now" kind of things. Here we go. Get rid of some of these abandoned buildings, just because this is not Detroit. Although it basically is, because you got all these abandoned buildings. Everybody's auctioning them off for pennies and stuff. I have seen those before though. Those houses that they sell for a penny, or at least for free or whatever, and they're all boarded up. They're all dirty as hell, just completely ruined and ravished. You know, just completely destroyed. But, you know, I'm an idiot. So, so we're clearing out some of this industrial, still cleaning out that negativity, as I did in my last episode. We're still cleaning out that negativity, getting rid of all of it, making sure that none of it ever plagues our city ever again. We get this little spear guy. He's BB-8, the box factory. So of course we're just deleting buildings to make the land value a little bit better, so that way they don't move. They don't think twice. So that way they think twice before moving out. You know, just to make it look a little bit better. Although I think of abandoned factories are just, they look kind of cool, in my opinion. Whenever I've gone through an industrialized area, you know, they look really cool. You know, just kind of sitting there, looking chill. You know, everybody's in there. All the homeless people smoking blunts themselves. Of course, I've never seen anybody do that shit, but you know, I can only imagine that they do. Oh man, see, even high rises like this is just ridiculous. Like, have a building that's about that big maximum. Don't be like upgrading all the way to fucking something huge like the fucking Sears Tower, and then be like, oh well, I don't want this. Like a fucking customer that comes through the checkout lines that doesn't want their fucking items. Oh yeah, I just picked this up and now I just realized I don't want it. Like, I mean, why'd you do it in the first place then? If you're gonna do stuff like this, if you're gonna build a building this big, or you're gonna do something, you know, you gotta be a little committed to it. Like, I understand people end up not wanting something, but, you know, there's things that, you know, people do, and they know that they're making a commitment. They're taking a risk. It's kind of like buying a dog, you know? It's just like, you know, hey, I just bought this dog, it shits and pisses everywhere. How about instead of training it, I just get rid of it and find one that already knows about, you know, not shitting and pissing all over, you know? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if you're gonna be committed to that sort of stuff, if you're gonna buy it, you know, at least be committed to it. That's what always pissed me off, you know? Because, you know, I mean, I could see it being like a mistake, like, oh, well, I ended up not being ready for this, but, and it's stuff like that I can really see, but ultimately, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I've said ultimately a million times, but seriously, if you know, if you're one of those people who's like, oh, I just don't want this, or, you know, some stupid shit like that, then it just comes down to, you know, why the hell did you even bother getting it in the first place? You know, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we're still getting rid of some of these places. They're all abandoning ship because, you know, God forbid they want to walk a couple of feet away to the hospital nearby, as we start to wrap up this episode. Okay, so taxes are apparently too high here in Old Town for the Woodland residents, and I feel like these people are seriously trying to play me. So let's just take it down to 14, and then we're just gonna stay at 14. Like, we don't... If anybody else has a problem with 14% tax, then they can get the hell out of my city. They're the livelihood of this city, but, you know, they're just ruining the city. You know? What this all is basically just everybody being ungrateful. Like, I just don't know how to fix it. Of course, let's see here. Here we go. Alright. So we're kind of getting meticulous here. We don't want to delete some of those buildings. Seems like we were at, I'm pretty sure we were at 23,000 people in our city, but of course it seems to have dropped a little bit. Not entirely sure why. So let's get rid of all these little areas here. I was about to delete that whole line right here, this whole row of commercial, excuse me. But of course it luckily did not let me destroy those two people that, you know, they were, you know, beneficial citizens in our city. Oh man, and I just destroyed somebody that was beneficial in our city. But that's me. Okay. Dead, 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 dead. Everybody's just dying at this point. 21,000 people. Okay. So how are we doing on health? Healthcare availability. Seems like we have 700 more than, you know, it's kind of fluctuating, but over 5,700 people need care, and we only have capacity for 5,000. Of course, it's not, you know, it's unfortunate that that's what's happening, but we're going to have to increase planes to get in here. We're going to have to increase health by a lot. At least I think we do. Let's see about healthcare now. 56. Heal capacities at 5 grand, or five stacks. Well, we're not talking about money here, so. So of course, looks like we are pretty much done with the episode, even though I usually run my episodes. I usually run my episodes till about this time. Of course, in more recent times, I have kind of ran it until like 40 minutes, and I've been deleting everybody. So I think when we come back, we're gonna definitely keep on sorting out the issue, and I think what we can do in the meantime is actually get into maybe another series, possibly like Prison Architect or something. And actually, you know what, Prison Architect does sound pretty good, and I think you guys will like it. I think that's what we're gonna start on next. And I can actually put up an episode tomorrow of Prison Architect. I think that'll be nice. Of course, I hope I didn't just destroy our mascot, which is that abandoned building that was back around this area. I hope I didn't just do that. I really hope I didn't just do that. Anyway, Here we go. I mean, it seems to be okay if we did, because while we basically I have a California number calling my phone for some reason. Okay, I just noticed, but basically we're gonna possibly wrap up this episode here, and this will be possibly part 1 of our salvage operation. And by the time we come back, we'll be starting on Prison Architect. We'll be trying to, get everybody back into our city, and yeah, I think it'll be really nice. So, I guess might as well delete a couple more houses and kind of get out of here. Of course, I didn't even do it right. So, looks like everybody's pretty much. Looks like our city is. God, it's still so beautiful, but at the same time, the Groom Lake is just. I mean, they're hard at work, making all those weird alien specimens. The planes are hard at work transporting alien beings to wherever. Of course, that guy just kind of like cheap shot it, and he's just like, yo, I don't even want to make another lap. I just want to like go right up in the air, crash into the buildings. Oh, never mind. He wanted to make a weird U-turn. So, I guess with that being said, guys, oh man, looks like everything's going good over here, though. Actually, no, because electricity availability is not that great, unfortunately. Wish there was something I could do. Maybe once we expand out here a little bit. I don't want to get too close to Hangar 18. I want to have maybe like trees and stuff like surrounding the base, or well, at least around like here, and then just have like high density commercial and offices kind of surrounding that area. Maybe fill in, this area over here with not necessarily only industrial. I want to get some industrial here, but I also want to get residential. So I'm going to try to do a little bit better with high density residential. Of course, these people are starting to abandon ship, unfortunately. So let's see what we can do about that. We can possibly... There we go. I don't know. Oh, there we go. People are starting to get happy. So, well, guys, like I said, when we come back, we'll definitely try to, finish up cleaning out our entire city of all the negativity, all of the abandoned buildings, and hopefully by that time have our first Let's Play of Prison Architect up. I've been thinking about it for a while, and that's pretty much what's been kind of on my mind. We're basically watching a whole clusterfuck kind of happen over here. Not sure if I want to upgrade this road or not. I don't think that we can. Of course, not enough money. So we can't just make 2 lanes out of this, so we need... I'm not entirely sure what to do here. So, what's going on here is that everybody's trying to get into their stupid little areas, and, whatever. Anyway, don't forget to, subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the series, if you're enjoying me failing epically at this entire series. Also, give it a like if you enjoy this long line of cars, everybody trying to sort out traffic for themselves. Of course, I thought that it would help if we did off-ramps into the other highways, into either highways, but of course it only proved even more problematic than what we thought it would, and, oh, not what I wanted to do. Of course, it's starting to back up really badly, so we got a sunset going on here. Okay, I might as well just finish up. Okay, so like I said, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys.